only because everyone around them talk like this, bro.
Every week.
Bruv, I swear, when I hear myself talk like this, I know that this is what they do.
You say it like that because you hear other people say it like that.
And they just do it. They do it, bruv. It's not how they talk,
everywhere.
though. They don't talk like that, G.
Who?
G?
Go away. Smell that up.
Don't say that.
They can say whatever they want, and you won't know. You're not from Loxley. When's the last time you've been to the Bricks?
When you get back on, you'll hear.
To talk
do
about
show
it
tunes,
because it
you
just
know
made
I
me
do.
very sad. I would have liked him to have gotten away or maybe died. One of the two. Would have made me happier.
I said I wouldn't have mattered if he would have.
Ending.
I would have taken him being even locked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he was locked up and he went away behind bars, it'd been different, love. You know.
Jit.
Or if you wouldn't have choked this girl.
He shouldn't have.
That is that.
He shouldn't have choked his bird.
I said that earlier.
You don't
That
put
was
your
his
hands on
downfall,
your bird
bruv.
on your downfall, bro.
That was his downfall, bruv. Your missus.
You don't put your hands
Not
on
on
your
your
bird.
missus.
Your birds are always gonna fly away.
Not jive. It felt pretty shit. It felt pretty shit to me.
Shit.
Pretty shit.
Shit move, bruv. It's not cool. Even in the 80s, it was not cool.
Yeah. To be fair, she did everything she could, bruv. To be fair.
She legitimately, she had to go. She had to go. Your birds are going to fly away. Turn Jamaican on you. Your birds going to
Just
fly.
turning something.
Birds going to fly, bro.
Fly.
All right, we good? Oh shit, we might just keep that then. Fuck it, here we go. What's going on, y'all? It's the Equally Opposite podcast, and as you can see, we're ready for this. And
What up?
I'm your man, Juice Boost, in your back.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jazzy Apple,
Dig
ready
up
to
right.
do this today.
Yeah, get right. Hello, world. This is the girl Queen Bree, aka Big Bank Bree, bitch.
Bitch. And this is our Snowfall finale.
Recap.
Man.
Series finale recap,
Series
guys.
finale.
Let me fuck it.
And let me before we go through the end, I want to talk about the beginning real quick. And that's also where I want to get my shot of clock to. Because the beginning of Snowfall
begins and ends without
was
the
a good fucking show. Like, it's a good show from start to end.
I was gonna
will
say that.
From start to end.
Excellent.
I was going to say that. Shout out to Snowfall. And honestly, what are we talking? 5 seasons?
Yeah.
6 seasons. This was the 6th one.
Yep.
So what? Good 7 years of really good.
Yeah.
Made it through the
topics.
pandemic.
Yep.
And they finished it with John Singleton
Even after he
passing
passed.
in the middle of, the series. So
Facts.
that's
So, yeah.
dope.
Shouts out.
They had a good run.
And they made careers.
Did.
Still made careers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Damn. All right, so the shot was to the beginning, but we at the motherfucking end now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. This was one of the hardest episodes for me to watch. I couldn't take my eyes off it, but I kept like prolonging it. It was hard. I had to take little breaks. Like
It was like watching it.
it's rough. It's rough. It was not nice to see.
It was like watching a family member
Watched
go
it in
through
like
this shit.
5 parts. Yeah.
That shit was hard, bro.
It was a hard watch, even though it was produced and directed and written
Very well.
amazingly. I had a hard time stomaching
What was happening?
Franklin's demise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So to
fall, the
speak.
fall of Frank. Like, it was crazy. Like, they really did show you the stages, the levels. You could see the craze
Yep.
in each thing, and we're gonna talk about them.
Desperation at its
Yes.
finest.
Yes.
The levels. I'm sorry. I'm like
That's
rethinking
a
it,
good
reliving
word.
it right now. But it broke down like so many levels. We've been seeing his downfall this whole season. But when you got to this episode, it was like the very
It's
end
like
of the
seeing rock
spool.
bottom
Viral.
and still
Like,
hitting it, bro.
yeah.
Like, you can see it and you still hit that bitch.
When they talk
Yeah.
about rock bottom,
Bruh.
baby,
So,
That nigga's dirt.
I saw it.
yeah.
So look, first things after the shooting tries to make phone calls. Those aren't even important to me. What's important is when he goes back to that bar and Buddy get him that free shot.
Free shot.
Bruh.
Mind you, if y'all watch it, y'all already know Franklin Saint don't drink, baby. He
Franklin Saint.
say, "Give me Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
Give me a Coca-Cola."
They be like, you don't want to shot? I don't drink.
He
You
didn't
wanna- I
drink.
don't
He
drink.
didn't smoke.
Like, he didn't drink. He didn't smoke. None of that shit. He's been clean, bro.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that he's always been.
Conscious of.
Yeah, he's always
Yeah,
been conscious of. He didn't
intentional.
fuck with that shit. And I definitely believe that he didn't drink because of his dad. which, you know what I'm saying, that's
Makes
the
sense.
first scene of the show, really, you know what I'm saying, he getting, that's your daddy right there, or the last scene of the episode, but you know what I'm saying, like, all right, so you know that shit is in him.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
definitely comes from an addictive family. Obviously, we saw it with Alton, and as we know, when most people deal with addiction, they usually go one way or another. It's like, I hate it, I despise it, they won't touch the shit,
Right.
or
Go straight to
they're madly in love, just like their, you know, whoever was before them doing it. So
Yeah.
I think that was definitely a very ironic piece that they wrote in there.
And showed. I like how they visually showed like what the impact of alcohol did when it touched his lips.
There's something in
That
the
nigga was
liquor.
guzzling it down. Yeah.
The air is getting
And I was wondering, I'm
thicker.
like, he ain't never really drank. We ain't seen this nigga woozy. He's drinking shit like by the gallon, it looked like. Goddamn.
That nigga was.
I'm like, why he wasn't slurring a little bit?
1,
This
2,
is
3,
a little
4,
foreign in his
5.
That
system.
is true. That is true. They
He was
didn't
still-
show us that.
I
at
wanted to
least,
see that a
I want to
part.
see him losing it and like, I'm drunk
Yeah.
as fuck. I'm drunk as fuck. No.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that would have been real.
You're right. They didn't really. They just kind of made it like he just was automatically.
Yeah, I gotta get my shit together a little bit. I gotta get. One thing I was gonna say is, do y'all think, it's kind of off subject but still on subject? Do y'all think that really it makes a difference if you drink young or if you drink old? Like,
Like you're saying, does it make a difference if you have your very first drink and start partaking in those things as a younger person versus being?
And I don't necessarily. I'm not saying condone underage drinking, nothing like that. But you know, I know I had my first drink with my friends. You know, saying got our hands on some shit we shouldn't have and shit like that. But because then at 21, it wasn't like my first taste of alcohol, and I didn't feel like I had that Zoom. I had it when I was a kid, and I probably did something stupid, but I got the write off of being a kid and shouldn't have had this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I kind of learned and shit like that. But getting it at a later age, when you know what I'm saying, you really got shit to fuck up.
Yeah.
By having those first few mistakes, kind of changes everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't fuck nothing up but somebody else's shit when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But as an adult, especially where he was at, you know what I'm saying, you fuck up all of your shit.
Yeah, if you're going to do it and like, if you're going to start drinking in, let's say, your 30s, the way a 20-year-old would, yeah, you about to fuck yourself up. Because the inhibition that's lost when you're 20s, that's part of like the fun of being 20. When you look back at it, it's like all those nights where all those, whether you was at home chilling with your partners or you was out partying, like liquor made everything fun. You got to have those wild stories. You don't really have.
You don't need fun to have liquor.
Going right. You don't really necessarily have shit going on besides maybe being in the army, going to classes. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in your 30s, you've got a career. You've got maybe kids.
This ain't the time to try shit.
You should have real responsibilities that you can manage.
Right.
I think the biggest thing for me is when you're young and you start drinking, you realize life is still fucked up and I can still enjoy drinking or doing a certain drug like smoking or something like that. When you wait and you go through such a long time being disciplined and not partaking in those extracurriculars that make you feel better or numb you a little bit, I feel like having that first taste of it when you're grown, you start to actually think that could be the answer to your problems. And I think it's like, no, you need to still realize that feel numb, feel this stuff, feel this, but everything is still gonna be there just the same.
Yeah.
Like you need to
Still
know
sucks,
that.
bro.
Know what life is like with drugs and with alcohol.
It can suck and be straight up, or it can suck and be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like that.
And 9 times out of 10, having the woo is gonna make shit worse if you continuously do it, if you think that's it.
Right.
Come on inside, Knuckle.
So when he couldn't get
He's like
his...
Uncle Ruckus.
He started turning, he turned just really volatile.
When he couldn't get his shit together, I was going to say he finally goes home, but before he goes home, he's at Sissy's house, basically.
Yeah. Home.
Yeah. This dude comes in. He wants to basically buy...
Wait, so before we get there, can I just bring up something first? Yeah. Before we kind of go there, we're not trying to tell all the scenes, but I have to just kind of paint that picture of we went from him taking his first drink, boom, bam, bow. And what does he do? He goes and sees Leon first, before his mom. He goes and sees Leon first.
No, he saw his mom
he
first.
saw his mom first. That's where I was going. So after that, who's the first person he goes and sees? Sissy. He goes and sees Sissy the very first time, and he's trying. I think it represented something to me how they wrote it and made him go see her a couple times in it, and her being the way she was being. Everyone, I hated it too. I hated how Sissy was not. She wouldn't say anything.
Not a word.
And that didn't make sense.
But I think, but it did. But see, it did.
But it did. Okay.
Sissy wanted to simply, I have acted. And I'm here. I want to see what you have to say.
She did.
And he started off, "Hey, mama, how you doing?"
You know what though? She did say to him
out.
last episode. She did say to him, "After we do this, I will never speak to you again." She did say, "I will never speak." And you were thinking that we're never gonna see each other. I'm not gonna call you. You know what I'm saying? But no,
that was literal.
Yeah, she will never. Oh damn.
She really never.
She
spoke?
she already planned that.
My mom put me on a silent treatment for 2 weeks. That was crazy.
Showing her.
I was like 6. So, but no, yeah, she definitely didn't speak to him anymore. I really didn't like that. But yeah, he went to Leon. And this was like the first part of you seeing him being a little bit unravel because he was like, "All right, bet. So how much money you got saved up?" And he was like,
"About $3 million.
Bet $3 million. So
it was already
that $500K I owe you. I still owe you. I got you with interest.
I ain't forgot.
They forgot about you, but I'm gonna take that $3 million, and then he just automatically
put this money into this, and I'm gonna make you a partner.
I'm gonna make you a partner
in 5 to 10
now.
years, you're gonna get 5 to to 10 times more.
Exponentially, nigga. That's what that means.
Nigga, what?
I don't know why he thought he was gonna take that nigga's whole $3 million.
Whole stash.
Whole $3 million of savings. That didn't make.
He counted that as soon as that number
back.
came out.
I got you though. I got you back on credit. That
credit,
was the
nigga.
beginning of the junkie.
And you know I'm good for it.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the Jay shit that I was seeing.
It's like Franklin invented junkie language. Nigga. You know I'm good for it. I got you back in 5 to 10 years, nigga. That shit's gonna be, nigga. You know this gonna
be worth double.
Everybody want these youngin. So yeah,
but he flipped every time. He starts off with this nice, he would pretend like everything was okay, and then all of a sudden you would see the ugly. It was literally like we were looking at two faces.
Yeah.
Whenever he was talking to almost everybody.
If he's not hearing a yes or I'm with the plan or how can I get with your plan, nigga, you think I'm gonna take this shit? I gave you all the shit. How the fuck you think you got what you got, nigga? Because of me.
But it was also different when he did that before. When he was on top and when he was in that other position, he could talk like that, and it was like, "Okay, Mr. Saint, I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? Or like he did when he walked in the old boy's cookhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what the fuck I am? Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to yell as much because he was where he was, but burning nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, do you know who the fuck I am? But they're like, "Sir, that does not matter, sir. You're sweaty.
Not anymore.
Sir, you are sweaty. That's who you are."
Unravel.
Well, they knew who Frank was, but they was loyal to Leon. Like, them is Leon niggas. Them is the street niggas who be out on the corner and shit. Like, these not your niggas. You don't have no more.
Yeah, you ain't been in this hood. You ain't putting up the street lights and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So he do all that.
And then Veronique. Then
he finds out that Veronique is trying to basically see what their options are and sell their stake in Spring Street or whatever
the big building that they've cared about this whole time.
Right.
So what I could not understand was why he could not let go
of the Queen's Child
dream,
Project.
of his dream to like be the mayor of wherever, Oakland or wherever. I just wanted him to let go of that shit so that he could think beyond it. If he could have done that, I feel there would have been some saving of Franklin. Number one, if he could have let go of the dream of that Spring Street property.
Yeah, once the 76 mil was gone, if he could have let go of the 76 mil earlier, because when earlier before Teddy was dead and stuff, he still had money and they still could have moved money around, but he wanted to hold on to the Spring Street thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the Spring Street thing fell wayside when it was the 76 mil. That's when he really started going crazy. But that Spring Street building, that's when he started like janking people. He had to rob the safe houses to back fund the money. You see what I'm saying? That's where all that money went to from the safe houses. Well, nobody could get it back even. Like Louis and all them, they couldn't get it back. So it's like, I needed that. It's gone. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting it.
He was paying it in rent. Like it was big. Like he had to, they had to keep paying their way for that property. So that was already milking them dry. Yeah. Already.
Queen's Child Project. I'm gonna keep calling it that.
Just like Ghost with his Queen's Child. Yeah. I don't know what it is with y'all drug dealer kingpins who all of a sudden can't let go of the dream to be legit. You get latched onto one legitimate dream. Like there's not a million other things you couldn't have gone and did.
That's the thing.
Leon and them getting in the music business, nigga.
Yeah.
We see them mastermind shit like a whole criminal empire, but because this one dream don't work out, I can't get around it. You
turn
can
into little
mastermind some more
babies.
shit. Like, what are we talking about?
I think it's something with
Just because
history.
it's your first corporate venture, like, Get another one, nigga.
Turn into little fucking babies. And that's where men and women are different. Because women, baby, we will switch up on you and start walking the other way so quick. You won't even know where the fuck.
We looking for it like Veronique did. What are our best options? This nigga finds out Veronique is doing that.
Go ahead.
He loses his shit.
That black dude was the investor that he was trying to get in good with a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, I'm moving up in the world. I get to talk to these wealthy black people. It was that dude. And he even was like, we heard about some of your illegal dealings and we only give you this much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I thought he was like, he wanted to talk about Sissy.
Yeah, Sissy brought the deal to him. She was like doing all the stuff, but it was still like, we heard about your son's.
Yeah, they definitely knew Franklin wasn't all on the up and up, but money talks. He basically was like, we're going to keep that out of our dealings, but they were very aware that Franklin was about the thug life.
Yeah.
So Franklin loses his shit when this man comes in and approaches him because Veronique, his partner, called him and wanted to at least see what he would offer up for their share in the I was about to say in the Queen's Child Project in the Spring Street building.
Yeah.
And Franklin he don't lose it with the guy. He goes and sees Veronique, but
he let him know it was a fucking problem.
Yeah, he was like,
"Oh, it's a fucking problem.
You've been misled. My partner spoke out of turn. We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Take your ass home."
Yeah. Then goes to see Veronique.
And this is where he messed up. This is where it all crumbled. There was no coming real back from this when he put his hands on Veronique.
He fucked around.
So he talks to her.
He found out.
He talks to her. Basically, he's like, "This is my shit. I don't know what the fuck made you think that you should go and make decisions on my shit without me." And this whole time she had been saying we're a team, we built this together. You know what the legitimate side? She said we built this together. He sold
like, I'm not
all of the minimal projects that he had going on, and fucking it was nowhere near the amount of money they would have got for the big building.
Yeah, in South Central, right?
Yeah.
That was the area.
Yeah. They had like some duplexes or some.
And then he sold them to his mom's old boss,
which we know he was a fuck nigga.
Who was running the building like shit. Which technically, I know the show is fake, but trying to say like that's why the projects never got fixed, because Franklin could have sold them to somebody good, but instead he sold them to somebody who didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he just needed a quick buck. That desperate shit.
I love how the show makes the fictional shit kind of tie into the actual facts of what really went on in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's not really what happened and we know that, but at the same time it's like if you wanted to make a story go to it,
it's based on factual events. It doesn't mean that everything
exactly
happens
this. But I love the way they make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is what bothered me about the whole situation with him choosing that over what Veronique wanted, because he couldn't let go of the properties. I feel like he could have got a cool 10 mil for what that man wanted for their portion, for their share. Now, no, 10 mil is no 37 mil. 10 mil is no 70 mil.
Nowhere.
But 10 million
is still
compared to what he was looking at that moment is called a chance. It's called give me a chance to do something else with the brain that I got, with everything that I've built.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, real entrepreneurs, real hustlers know that a downfall is like, let me get back up. I'm about to get this all again. I don't give a fuck if I had 100 mil. I'm about to get this all again. I'm not down until I'm dead.
I really don't understand why he did not want to get out the city. With all the heat on him, with all the people trying to kill him on a random day and shit like that. My plan would have been, even the Queen's Child Project building, I would have tried to do in another city. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to call it that. But you know what I'm saying?
You got to build your shit back up and you can go and be something else somewhere else.
I'm talking before Teddy took my money out, I already tried to be in another city. Like, I'd have, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been my thing. Like, no one knows me here. When I go there's no shootouts. Mm-hmm. But I still got my drug dealings over here. But down in
That's
fucking...
not where I live.
Yeah, but when I go over here, I'm businessman Franklin Saint. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one knows about the shit I do over here. You know what I'm saying? That would have been my plan from building. You know what I'm saying?
I never really understood why he didn't think bigger like that.
Yeah, and he trying to walk around in a suit and be like, all fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Where everybody knows.
Everybody knows that he's the big drug dealer in town and stuff when he shouldn't have been like that. You know
but he messed up. He messed up his partnership, because I'll be the first to tell you that I doubted Veronique, like when I used to be watching in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Back when she was ugly?
D used to be like...
She was ugly in the beginning. I ain't trust the ugly Veronique.
Feds. Like, we did not believe her.
Right.
Yeah. Ugly Veronique gots to go. But she got cuter and she became more loyal. It was crazy.
No, that's not
She was
why,
with
though.
some shit, though.
Yeah.
And I feel like she was the legitimate part that he needed. She's the person who we said built up the legitimate business.
Do you think?
Why would you not listen to her thoughts on what we should do when the money is gone?
Right.
Why would you not?
No
She's the businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that one of the reasons she stayed was because $76 million was the largest amount of money that she probably had ever heard of? Even with all the crazy shit she was doing with her mom, nothing was $76 million worth. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think that's why she stayed.
Not saying, I mean, why? Like, no, I'm gonna stick with him throughout this shit because we're gonna get to $76 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the biggest score of all scores, like on Ocean's 11 and shit like that.
I'm sure it was the biggest score she had ever dealt with, but I do not feel that is the reason she stayed. I think she was going to be down for whatever. Even when she told that nigga, okay, it won't happen again. If he didn't come over there and start acting crazy with her, she was about to still be there.
Yeah.
Figuring out the next stuff.
The choking her was crazy. He went all Jonathan Majors on her. Stay tuned for the next episode. Stay tuned for the next episode because we about to go into JM.
Word.
But we're gonna move on from Veronique.
Lost it
because it's gonna come back.
Then he goes to his second meeting with Sissy. And right after that, because he done lost Veronique. So now,
hey mama, we ain't no getting you out of here. I'm just telling you.
So look, is this the house selling one? No, that's the third one.
No, he goes only twice.
That's when we talk about the house. Yeah, they're gonna need to sell the house. I'm gonna be real with you.
You ain't getting out of here
no time soon, nigga. That shit was funny as fuck when he said that shit.
I love how he was like telling her shit, and the whole time she's just looking at him. Have you ever done that? Real quick side note. That's the thing I was saying. I know it's fucked up, but have you ever? Because I'm a talker. I know I am. I talk, but let people talk. If you ever just as they're talking, don't say nothing. Just look at them. Don't like give a or no or nothing. And then they're like, yeah, because they have to find something else.
They're gonna keep going. They're gonna unload more.
Just don't
they be like, because I didn't really have to go. Okay, I chose
just
to
look
go.
at them.
Yeah,
I mean, it was my idea.
They will end up telling you and everything you need to know, going through ranges of emotions, and you didn't even do anything or say anything. That's how I felt with her. She was just like, I just want to see. What you gonna do? What I'm doing? Like, what are you gonna? What are you gonna talk about?
She was just watching him turn into Alton, bro.
He never grew.
More and more into Alton and shit like that. Yeah. So I don't know. That was crazy.
He basically said, "Fuck you, bitch. I wish Teddy should have shot you in your head.
I'm only like this because of you."
He said, "No." That man said, "You ended my life." I was like, "Oh."
Did she not though?
If I felt daggers when he said,
"Did she not?" If he would have gotten that money,
that huge ass opportunity, she did not.
End his life.
Okay. We're going to talk about the mama and Leon.
The life as you knew it.
We're going to talk about the mama and Leon real quick because that's where we got her answer at. We got her answer out of when she talked to Leon. She gave Franklin no answers. She gave Leon the answer, but Leon was right even before talking to her.
Yeah, he already knew what it was.
He said exactly what it was before talking to her. But do you think that her doing that was right? Like in the sense of taking care of your child, I'm going to make sure that ending all this. Do you think it was right?
Right is a strong word in this situation.
I personally believe that she thought she was ending the crack epidemic. Like
not the whole epidemic.
Like no, like she thought it started. She thought it started with us. If I cut the head off the snake, it's gonna all fall. The CIA is done with Teddy. Teddy's dead. My son is done.
Not knowing how much of the beginning it really was.
Because we know crack didn't stop, but she didn't know. She thought right now I'm stopping the people who bring crack in.
To my neighborhood at the very least. Yeah. Not stopping it
the world.
Anywhere in the world. But I know that and with that money, what was going to be done and what was about to
and she
get
knew
back,
like
he
did have a partnership with Veronique. You know what I'm saying, where they were together and they had some money in the bank.
Thank you. I don't think she ever thought me doing this is going to end was the ending that we
saw. Then why don't you talk to this
She knew that you weren't going to have this money and I want you to end all ties with that shit. If she would have talked
to him that first time and said, now you go and find you go and find you another way. Then he would have went and been like,
no, he wouldn't know.
He would have thought about it. Somebody I felt like throughout the whole episode, people saw him unraveling and was just like, it just let this nigga be unraveled. Like nobody I feel like, at the end, Leon tried. But other than that, I don't feel like nobody really, really tried.
I feel like not at the end because there's been steps along the way where she has been doing that. And it's like you're in a spot where I'm not this episode.
I know along the way people have been trying
but
to
he
say
hasn't listened.
Reel him in. I know.
And so he's not going to listen. He's in a way more desperate state now than he was before. He's not going to listen. Why waste my breath?
Yeah. I guess.
And his actions were showing that.
Yeah.
Like I said, fuck what he was saying. He was acting a damn ass.
Yeah. Go to
and
the
Franklin
bank.
was this man who used to have calculated, complex, very,
very,
you know,
I'm a step ahead of you.
And it was crazy that he didn't have no type of hustle. There was no other hustle thought of.
Yeah.
Besides, I could take your money. He was trying to flip it in the legit shit, which is slow money. Compared to the fast money that you talking about, I'll get it back next week. I'm a da-da-da. Not in this slow money you trying to put my money into. That shit's gonna be years to come back. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no employees even more. So yeah, fucking finding Peaches.
Yeah.
That was odd.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Going to the bank, finding out Veronique took the money and dipped. Didn't mean to skip that.
Oh yeah, and then that was right
then
before
he was looking for
saw
Veronique.
Yeah.
You know
now
what I'm
he's
saying?
coming to them with his plans on how he's want us to move some money around. And they like, oh.
You only want 100,000?
Because that's all that's left.
Took out
Veronique
800,000.
came and took the majority of the account.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
So they had basically $1 million left.
Sounded like $1 million left in the account. That was it. And that was what he sold the South Central properties and got.
So I was wondering how they got that.
Because that was going to help him pay the mortgage for Spring in his head. That was going to be what was paying Spring Street. Remember, he's like, I want you to cut a check for $125,000 to give it to the concrete place because we're still building on that. And it's we ain't doing none of that. Like,
yeah, that shit was crazy. So yeah, she's gone.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Hey, Veronique said, "Oh, well, you
She said,
think I'm
"Mama,"
about to leave with nothing?"
She said, "Mama, where you at?"
Right.
Went and pulled up on her mom real quick.
Said, yeah, she was 2 weeks. She was about to have that baby, and you want to yoke me up all because I look for options. I didn't tell that man we would do it. I didn't sign shit. I'm trying to find out some numbers.
About this.
I feel extremely strong. Don't tell me we a partnership this whole motherfucking time, and when shit get wrong, we ain't a partnership no more. Fuck.
Right.
I'm gonna show you how much of a partner I'm not. Then me and this baby a partnership.
Right.
With your 800,000. Wow.
Got the investigator guy looking for her and anybody who can help him in any other situations that he's all fucked up
with his broke ass.
Damn, they turned so quick. They turned so quick on him. So anyway, investigator said he's done, but he found Peaches.
And I was like, oh, I really like that.
I really liked.
I wasn't thinking we would see him again.
Peaches ever again. You know what I'm saying? Runs up on Peaches. Peaches is 25 miles down the street in a city with the same name as a place in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And thought he would be there. Nope, he's down the street. High as fuck. This nigga was the Tyrone Biggums of 25 miles from LA. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the place.
Yeah.
But goddamn, he had to be with $5 million in the 80s. Man, it was crack galore. There's a story about Peaches I know.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a little house.
Had a little house and shit, you know what I'm saying? A nice ass safe.
Nice ass safe.
So it don't even matter. Fuck, he ends up killing Peaches because Peaches thought he was going to get the jump on Franklin.
Yeah.
He was a hitter before, so I kind of get it. But
I thought it was funny that he really thought Peaches was going to have like even something that was worth talking about. Like, you think this man had any of that $5 million? He's sitting here strung the fuck out. Come on.
And it's been some years, right?
It's been. I had to have been at least a year or 2.
3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, 3. Calls the locksmith.
Break into that shit.
He was clearing the house before he found the safe, bro. He was clearing the house, and I was like, oh shit, because he hadn't been through shit. Franklin know to clear the house first.
Yeah.
Finds the safe, and I guess said fuck the rest of shit.
Yep. I think so.
Calls the locksmith.
Exactly what he did.
And see, that's my thing. All right, you found the safe, you got sidetracked. You call the locksmith. What you do till he get there? Clear the fucking rest of the house,
and
bro.
Sweat.
Clear the fucking rest of the house.
Remember he found him a little bottle.
Found
He
him
started
bottle
drinking.
just pacing. You gonna pace with a bottle?
Then he had to move Peaches' body and
Yeah.
stuff. So he just was distracted. But yeah, he definitely did.
Because of alcohol. I don't understand how you've never been drinking before. You were a super focused person, and I know it's supposed to be like it's alcohol, but I really don't understand how that now is like. And I'm gonna be drinking while I'm gonna get me a drink too. Like you're doing something right now, though.
Shit.
But you're doing something right now. I see when you're done or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So yeah, Miguel comes. He's clearing. He's getting the safe open. He's excited because he's never got to fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
Random whitey crackhead comes in, looking for Peaches. Franklin takes him out back, pops him twice, like people get shot in the back every day. B, like
go ahead and open this safe. Though.
Keep working. Don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking only thing that's in there, 12
About 12
grand. I'll say more. I'll say over 12.
Yeah,
grand.
Miguel was a little scared counting.
Yeah. 12 grand.
But yeah, wasn't much, couple thousand. But it was enough to do, it was still enough to skip town with, still enough to make something of your life, start over.
Make some shake.
Something.
I felt like it was just weird. He had no hustle. He didn't have like all the hustle he
If
had.
it wasn't
all
millions,
the gonads that he had throughout the show.
It wasn't nothing.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
He had like what I said, rock bottom. I felt like he couldn't even think straight. He couldn't even think straight. He was tunnel vision at its like worst.
Tells Miguel to put the money in his pocket, lets Miguel take some steps out the way.
Yeah, shoots Miguel. How did you feel about him shooting Miguel?
I felt weird. I didn't really understand why he shot him. There's still someone looking for a murder. Go ahead.
I guess he felt like he didn't need no witnesses to the other murder.
I understand.
I don't know.
I understand not witnesses.
Or telling who needed the safe open, telling them that, it wasn't, because he said his name was Chris or some shit.
Yeah, he said his name was Chris.
Yeah, I guess he
I
didn't
would
want them
have
to
took
go
Miguel's
back.
license and I would have said, I will find you and your 3 children and your wife, and I'd have let Miguel go.
I would have let Miguel go, especially if I'd have gave him the money, because it would have looked like Miguel was the person who came, opened the safe, and killed the crackheads once he saw there was money in there. They'd have been looking for Miguel, not me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you called the place. That's all logged and shit. That's all.
He asked him his name and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Miguel.
I was
Flores.
also mad Miguel wasn't booking it. Like, you just saw this nigga kill someone like it wasn't nothing.
Like
he just was kind of...
Because once
and do a
after you let
crazy
me
laugh when you find out how much money was in the safe. That laugh was,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it was like, you can have it. Like,
you should be scared.
Yeah, you should be scared, nigga. Quick side note, because the show made it a quick side note. That bitch Louie still on the run.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. She got
That's
lucky.
what she get.
Them
But
people
that's what she get. She gonna be on the run forever.
True.
The
Them
DEA
niggas
don't
is
just
looking.
give up, and they were on her tail because she was right there. So that means it's just letting you know that they're either gonna find her or like she's never going to be safe.
Yeah, the white people
always gonna look over her
They hot
shoulder.
on her trail.
Yep.
And I'm glad this is what you get.
Yeah.
This is your misery.
You made all of this happen. All of this went down because of Louie.
Technically.
Yeah.
Because of Louie. Teddy stole
Started the
Franklin's
motion.
money and all the shit like that because Louie went behind Franklin's back.
Yeah.
All of this is because of Louie's overambitious ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Her man didn't want to be in the shit, ended up getting killed. Like, fucking even Buckley, he was a decent cop on the force, and now he's just a crackhead dead in the street somewhere.
That was gonna happen anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
probably. But still, Louie's the problem. So,
Oso's good.
That made me happy.
Also made it
that
out.
made me so happy to see
Also.
Oso. Somebody got
somebody.
it got
And
away.
Wanda.
Him,
Oso
And
and
Wanda.
Wanda,
True.
and Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Leon.
Lil Lee.
Made it out. That's the only motherfuckers who made it out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Let me ask y'all real quick before we move off Oso. I know it was quick, but when he listened to that voicemail, did either of you have that idea like, don't go see that bitch?
Yes. I said
You
that.
better not
I
go
said
see
it might
that
be a
bitch.
setup though.
I'm like, the DEA
but I thought
is
they were
still-
gonna say more, but they didn't.
Right.
Because I was like, maybe she's now calling you because now the DA is trying
On
to
her
fish you
ass.
out.
I'm like,
Can
if
you
they
get him?
they
Can you
still
get
looking
him?
for Louis.
Yeah.
They definitely
You was an
looking for Oso. They was on
informant.
Oso's ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, you better not go to North Carolina.
Mhm. That's the only thing. It's like, damn, he might go see her, and that
Hope
might be
not.
his
I
downfall.
wonder why they left it like that.
Yeah, not telling
Open-ended.
us. Yeah.
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 See if he did it. Because Oso will go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
He was
smiled
super
at the
happy.
thought.
He
Yeah.
was super happy.
I hope he don't go.
But-
it's over, but I hope he don't go.
Because, yeah, it made it seem like she had never left a message.
Yeah,
ever. And he
exactly.
finally-
And
she
all of a
finally
sudden you
did, man.
calling and we
Yeah.
just saw that they still looking for Louis.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, please don't. And I thought we were gonna show more, but they didn't.
And now we're just going to jump to Franklin really don't got no other plan for his life at the age of like
Couldn't fathom anything
25 to
else.
28. Like, I don't know exactly how old he was. Because, they fast forwarded years on us and stuff like that. So,
It was now 3 years later from the incident of Teddy getting shot.
yeah. So, I figured he was about 23 then. So, I'm giving about 26 now.
Yeah, I think it was still in his 20s for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A young man,
Yeah.
a young sexy
Coulda came up
chocolate
with
man.
something.
Let him tell it.
Yeah. A young
And-
sexy chocolate man like this with no teeth.
Yellow teeth,
God damn it. And one eye.
one red eye.
One good eye.
Look, this one. Nigga point to the one that's closed.
My LASIK guy.
So yeah, that shit was.
I felt so bad for him though. He was locked up in that house. He didn't go nowhere. Obviously, he had the windows.
He became an
boarded
early
up.
onset
the chair
hoarder.
against the door, like making sure niggas can't get in without him knowing.
kids
You feel like
outside
everybody
knew.
watching him. The CIA, you know, the nigga damn near
They
had tinfoil
outside?
on his head.
The youngest, not the youngest junkie, but I mean, like, you know, with the house and all these things, like lived several lives, and he's like 20 something years old.
Yeah, he's looking like a Vietnam vet out there and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy.
Yeah.
So
That's
it
why
was just,
go ahead.
I'm gonna say it was just crazy. Like he didn't have nothing, no fallback, no nothing. Like go ahead.
I think the demons took over.
The demons took over.
He couldn't, especially once he started drinking. I think he just wasn't able to cope with all the stuff that he had on his mind.
He basically
Jerome dying and everything, and his mom not talking to
Everything
him.
floods you.
It was just overload. And
See other people with they
see
escape plans because Wanda and Leon did end up going back to.
that was D.A.
Ghana.
Weezy with the big voice, just in case y'all was like, where did that come from?
Who is that?
Yeah, who was that?
This is your conscience.
I thought it was a lot like the scene when he was paranoid on LSD. He was acting a lot like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all coming from me. Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
Seen they coming. Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a lot like that. Like, it was like that too every day. So all the time. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It really made me think about the old heads and junkies that I used to run past and be like, hey, youngin, you know, back in my day, I had it all, nigga. I used to have the furs, you know, all the bitches used to be on me. Like, you ain't had that shit, old man.
Yeah.
Shut up. You know,
They probably was
hey,
telling
They
the truth.
did. Yeah.
You know, I was talking to fucking Bumpy Johnson out this bitch.
But that's how shit happened. Like, and I know I've seen it everywhere. We've talked about it. Everyone wanted him to get killed, go to jail, make it out. That's kind of what we normally hear from these like gangster stories or whatever. Those are the options. But this is it's
They Lamar'd
sucks,
that nigga, bro.
but it's a truth. Like, you could just lose it all and just lose it all. The nigga lost his mind and everything else.
Yeah. Like
It's
I
a
said,
very real possibility.
That's the part that hurt me the most. Is I'd be rather a nigga die on your feet, die like a fucking king,
Man,
go to jail like a fucking man, hold your head,
Yeah.
don't be out here. Like, that's the worst. It's so tragic. Like, I feel like the people who died before him, they had it easier. Like Jerome, you good. Like Teddy, you good. Like, you're here suffering still
seeing
in
the
your
world
own
pass and
personal
you know what I'm
hell
saying? No one
and
believes
looking over
you
your
were.
shoulder.
deteriorating physically and
Deteriorating.
mentally, and it's just like that's
I'd
the
have been
worst.
happy with a black screen and words saying Franklin Saint.
No.
It was never.
I hate when that's the case where you got to read.
I was like, give me that. Like, I ain't need to see this.
No one has seen or heard
No one
from
has seen
him
or heard
again.
from him. It's said that he still lives in his mother, Sissy Saint's house.
And then it was so
Yeah.
messed up and ironic that right when Leon comes and you leave, you just left to go get you a bottle.
Yeah.
And
A
then them
fucking
niggas,
Motherfuckers was
them niggas bust through your house and take it over.
He
'cause
was
of
just
the
like,
unpaid
oh, shit, they got
property
me.
tax.
Yeah, the house been paid for.
like, you homeless and you talking about I'm free.
I'm free.
Said he's free. And
And that's-
he
that was-
said in his
I'm like,
own
wow,
way,
that's
he's free in his own
Not in
way.
your way, not in their way. I'm free in my way, which is the same thing his daddy said to him when he tried to tell his daddy to come inside. Like, I guess that was supposed to be the full circle there.
Yeah.
Shown, like I said, like I brought it up in the beginning of the episode and I'm bringing it up again at the end. I guess that was supposed to be the full circle that he still ended up becoming that,
Like his dad.
Thing he
like his
hated
daddy.
the most.
Now, with that being said, do you look at what Alton was doing? Because we all got to a fuck Alton point.
For sure.
Do you look at the things that he was doing differently now? Like, please, I know the path that you're going down because I went down that path because his dad was a snitch for the CIA to the Black Panther Party and he snitched on his brother. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember that episode, but he snitched on his brother. He couldn't take it. He started drinking. He became a wino out on the street, just like Franklin. You see what I'm saying? So it was almost like when he did all that stuff, he was seeing the path that his son was going down, but on a larger scale.
Yeah.
So you definitely going to be fucked up, and I don't want it to happen. And then it happened.
He basically
Yeah.
did what Sissy
The irony.
did, just not to that full extent.
Yeah.
He fucked him up in his own way when he had
Yeah.
told all that stuff on that radio show to that lady. It's just, it wasn't enough at that time to completely debunk everything that had happened, you know? But yeah, he did exactly
and it's the same
what
thing that
Sissy
Franklin
did.
said he was going to threaten the CIA. I said, I called up the CIA. I told them, they don't leave me the fuck alone.
I'ma talk.
I'm going to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely was in those footsteps. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fucking Land Before Time.
Yeah. It just goes to show you money ain't everything, man.
For the love of money.
Just you got to be able to let some of that shit go. You got to be able to let it go in order to still live. He could have been with his child and his woman, and I guarantee you, Veronique don't seem like the type of bitch who you gonna be broke for long, my nigga.
Yeah, she gonna have another plan. Yeah, even if it was a scheme for a minute,
scheming ass bitch.
She would have made it legit.
Scheming ass bitch.
But she was ride or die for him, and I feel like y'all would have been okay.
Yeah,
y'all would have came up. But when people can't let go of certain things, it don't matter.
Your downfall.
Yeah,
can't see past.
What a way to go, Franklin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So all in all, please let us know what y'all thought about the last episode of Snowfall because I love the series and I'll accept it for what it was because it obviously must have happened to somebody in our lives. But I would love to hear what y'all think. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all those other good things too. It's free. It's really free.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's also free.
Yeah, let us know how y'all feel, if y'all agree with what we said or not.
Yeah. And how we find you?
You can find me on IG, Jazzy Apples.
She's a feisty one.
Got Too Much Juice 22.
D.A. Weezy.
Yeah.
We out.
We out.